Oi, welcome. Let me introduce you to the new Genesis MaxiFry. This is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. This is how the box looks like. It's a very beautiful box. I love it all around. This is how it looks like on the side. Beautiful. This is how the other side looks like. Okay, so this is an air fryer. This is where you cook using the method of hot air frying. So a lot of people don't seem to understand what an air fryer is. And there is so many air fryers in the market right now that when you walk into the store, you just don't know which one to buy. If you look at so much, most companies will even promise you what they know you want to hear. But there are signs when you're buying something that you should look into. And honestly, one of my first things that I look forward to, many years ago, it was the guarantee. But nowadays, the most shittiest companies most of the time will give you the highest amount of guarantee or a warranty, which we must always adhere to the fact that when you're going to buy an appliance, you need to buy the brand. The brand. That is for me the worst case scenario, because even in TVs, there's a brand that's got 1 year or 2 year guarantee, and then there's a brand that's got a 4 year guarantee, but we know it for its reputation. We also know it for its resolution, the picture quality. So same thing when it comes to appliance. What most suppliers have figured out is, well, we're just going to bring the most low quality product that doesn't do anything, when you're just going to increase the warranty or the guarantee that's going to just attract people, and that's all you ever hear when you go in to buy air fryer. Salespeople say warranty, guarantee, but when you're saying, okay, does your company have a good track record of providing after-sales service, the turnaround when it comes to repairing and fixing the products? It's for me, it's normally a problem. So I'm so excited that Verimark Genesis, because this is Verimark, has introduced an air fryer. So now you will know this is a 10.7 liter air fryer. And why do I like this air fryer, particularly this one here? Why? Number one, at the moment in the market, this is the only air fryer that has the most latest technology. Now, when I say latest technology, let's understand when you're buying a car, when you're buying a cell phone, when you're buying a laptop. When you buy these things, they are meant to last you for a long-term experience. You look here 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like a car. So you always want to get the most latest features in those appliances. Now, we are in South Africa, and when you buy the air fryer, that's one of the things you need to look for to say, does this appliance have the most latest features in it? So that even in the next year or 2 years or 3 years, when the air fryer companies are starting to adapt to this new technology, am I not going to be behind? Am I still going to be relevant in my air fryer? In 2 years' time, can people still come into my house and say, oh, wow. And this is the air fryer. Number one, you love this air fryer for the fact that it's got the new digital look. There's more wider pictures here. It's got the most digital look. It is wide enough. So let's get into it. Firstly, when you open it, or when you switch it on, you will see that it's got most air fryers, they've got a drawing, they've got icons. When it says a cake, you've got like a drawing, a sketch, like a 3-over sketching a cake. When they say a fish, they've got a sketching of a fish. This has got realistic pictures. That for me covers everything, because this, I know very well, moving into AI technology, moving to how the world is advancing, that is going to be my decider, because I want realistic pictures, meaning I'm going to still remain relevant, meaning everybody that comes to my house, the minute they see the air fryer, they are going to say, oh wow, this is real photos. So when we say fish, we see the real fish. When we say cake, you can see that it's actually a strawberry cake. You can see the strawberries on top of the pink icing on the cake. When it says pizza, you can actually tell what ingredients are there. When it says veggies, you can actually tell what veggies are there. You can see the green beans. You can see green beans. You can see, I think that's a cocktail tomatoes and many more. So that's what I love this for. It's realistic. Okay, let's go inside the air fryer. Inside here, you are gonna get a 10.7 liter basket. That also covers for me. So let's talk about the basket, because for me, buying an air fryer, this is what you need to look forward to. This is what does the job. Most air fryer companies, they design such weird air fryers where they are taller and they are much deeper, and that always sounds attractive. But why will I take a white basket? By the way, in the market, if you go into any retail stores in South Africa right now, you're gonna find that this is one of the only or one of the least air fryers that's got such a wide basket. Most air fryers don't have this wide baskets. I challenge you, go and look into the stores. This is one of the only one that's got a wide basket. And why am I praising this wide basket a lot? Say, for example, you take a steak. Right now in your air fryer, take 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take 3, for example, 3 pieces of steak. Put them on top of each other. Stack them on top of each other. What is going to happen with those steaks is when you cook, whatever time you select, the one on the bottom will be cooked, the one on the top will be cooked, but the one in the middle, as they stack, the one in the center will not be cooked. It will remain white. Why? Because that steak does not have access to the flowing of air. Because air fryers is about the circulation of air. It's about that air circulating around your food, and it's gonna cook it using the hot air. So the minute you have an air fryer that is deep, it's gonna limit, and you stack your food, or you're in a position where you are forced to stack your food, you are going to either have to cook for a very long time, thereby wasting your electricity, or have half of your food not cooked at all. So this is why, for me, a wide basket like this for a family size or a couple size or just a bachelor, you can actually widely distribute your food, giving it enough shade or time for your food to get access to this hot air. And that is, for me, very powerful when it comes to this. Number 2, you look at my air fryer when I'm using it, you have a window. You've got a window. We are going to switch it on just now to see. But you've got a window because most air fryers are totally sealed. And where does that matters for me is when the air fryer is totally sealed, what does that mean? It means every time I need to check my food, I need to either open the air fryer and look, thereby stopping the time. And also I don't have that peace of mind. I always have to pull and open. And you know when you have kids around, they just want to say, is it ready? I just want to see how it looks. When I have a window display, it makes life better. Because a child, anyone can see, even the excited kids, it just keeps them excited. You can take content while you're cooking. You can see. Although your air fryer might recommend cook for 20 minutes on this, but through the window, you can see, okay, I actually prefer it like this because it's like starting to brown or crispy nicely. Let me not go further. Oh, I need it further without having to open it. It just gives you a peace of mind. As I said, it's the most latest thing in an air fryer. What I also love about it is that it's got a light. So before we go to the lights, let's just go back to the basket. You will see that it does come with I will call it a deep tray or a drip tray or a tray. For example, if you're cooking like fatty food or juicy food and you don't want the food to drown in its own fat, so you can use this where you place it inside for the purpose of making sure that your food is not really sitting in its own fat. And what some people also do as a hack is some people will even throw a small amount of water in there on the bottom, especially if you've got those weird air fryers that are high in wattage and they end up drying your food. Some people will put that basket inside and then they'll put water in there so that as the air fryer fries, it just creates that moist. Okay, back to my air fryers. Okay, now, very convenient, looks smart. When you switch it on, I will zoom again to the icons here because of the camera, which is its light versus the light. You might not see clearly what's inside here. The air fryer can go up to 200 degrees of temperature. Currently in South Africa, almost all air fryers, not almost all air fryers, that's their limitation, up to 200 degrees. I've seen some boxes of air fryers in the store where they've written something weird on the box, but when you switch it on, it's not what it is. It's got 12 presettings. Amongst these presettings, now let's clarify this when it comes to air fryer. When I buy an air fryer, I want an air fryer that's gonna do the job for me. I press a button and it is being engineered in a technology that's gonna do the job for me. So for example, you first get your chips, you get your chicken wings, and you get your chicken. I've gone into retail stores. And I've seen different air fryers, and that's why I recommend you plug them. I plug one air fryer, I said, okay, to the salesman, show me how to do wings. And they've got a function, preset function for wings. And they show me, and I said, okay, show me how to do chicken now. And they're like, ish, sorry, sir, we don't have it. You do a DIY function. And it's like, okay, now when I do a DIY, I'm going to have to go on Google. I might mess my chicken up. I wanted an engineered technology in the air fryer where the company is telling me this function is going to give you the most succulent chicken ever. It's going to give you the most succulent steak ever. Simple thing as fish. So here you'll see that when I select chicken, so to select, you just press the menu. When you press menu, it will go to any icon of your choice and then you start. When I select, you'll see it's blinking on chips. I select wings. You'll see on wings, it's 200 degrees, it's 25 minutes. If I select chicken, which is a full chicken, it's 200 degrees and it's 40 minutes because a full chicken has more meat. A full chicken requires more time because it's more meat, it's thicker fillets compared to a wing. And we can go as far as looking at, that's a steak, 200 degrees, 18 minutes. You look at shrimps, prawns. Prawns cook, it requires less temperature, requires less time compared to other food. So that's 10 minutes for me to cook prawns. So I cannot have a function for only seafood because I need to differentiate between the two main things. Prawns, much smaller, much fragile, can cook faster, 10 minutes. But if you look at, for example, if I select fish, it's 200 degrees, it's 18 minutes. So this for me gives me a peace of mind that this has been studied to give me the most succulent food, the most juicy food, the most non-dry food, because the one irritating thing about air fryers is they produce dry food. And I cannot comprehend how, when I find an air fryer that is probably 2000 watts, and I say to the air fryer, I want to cook fish, and it says it's going to do it in 10 minutes or it's going to do it in 12 minutes. For me, that air fryer is going to be using so much heat that it's going to burn my fish and it's going to let it dry. When I say I want to do chicken wings, you'll find that the air fryer is either saying 18 minutes or it's saying 20 minutes. I'm like, it is impossible for you to cook chicken wings in 18 minutes. If you do it on an air fryer from chicken wings, that air fryer, I can tell you right now, those chicken wings will come out so dry. Why? Because the air fryer is using so much temperature and it's using such high pressure that it's just burning the juices out of the food. We can go to the further extent as, let's look at something like pizza. Pizza, 180 degrees, 18 minutes. And we look at a cake, for example, 118 degrees, and it's 30 minutes. I've gone to stores, guys, where I said to a salesman, switch on your air fryer, show me what is your preset time for a cake. And the preset time was, I think it was 20 minutes for one air fryer, the other air fryer was 25 minutes. I said, I do a lot of baking in my house, and I can tell you right now, your most minimum when it comes to baking a cake, you're looking at 30 minutes going over, depending on how big your cake is. But yeah, that's basically what it is. So for me, when I buy air fryer and it says under 20 or under 30 minutes, I can tell you that air fryer is going to give me the most crusty cake ever, where even the icing will not absorb into the cake. So it's simple things that sometimes we think, oh, look, they look the same, they cost the same, I'm just going to take that one. But I'm showing you to say, these are the finer details you need to look forward to into when you're buying an air fryer. I will go into pies. You even have a function for pies, which cooks in 15 minutes. You've got a function for veggies, 160 degrees, which cooks in 12 minutes. You've got a defrosting function, which is up to 80 degrees, and that can happen in 12 minutes. Simple things as this, and most air fryers don't have a defrosting function. And I've done so much research, most air fryers don't have. Even those that have, it just doesn't make sense. How can you say you're going to defrost in 3 minutes, in 5 minutes? Okay, now here's my biggest one. The dehydrator. The dehydrator is basically where you are turning your fruits into dry fruits, or you're making your biltons in an air fryer. I've seen there is a couple of air fryers in the retail stores that claims they can dehydrate. When you start looking at the time, my goodness, I was shocked when I switched on one of the air fryers where you told me it's going to dehydrate at 60 degrees in 5 hours, in 6 hours. And I'm like, that is impossible. I know that very well. 60 degrees, I know how hot that is. but it's impossible that you're going to take raw meat with my it's called basmati vinegar, with my spices and put it in here, and you're going to tell me that in 6 hours it's going to be built on. Because what that is going to happen is that air fryer is basically going to be roasting that meat. They're going to be giving me cooked meat and saying to me, no, that's a biltong. That's not a biltong. That's your cooked meat. You might as well just sear it and fry it and hang it in the sun and hope for biltong. It's impossible. So when you look at this air fryer, my dehydrating, making biltongs or dried mangoes and fruits. The preset function is 100%. Let's see, where are we? Okay, I moved away. Let's go back to my dehydrator. What is the time? 12 minutes. For me, that makes sense. Anything less than 12 minutes, I wouldn't buy it when it comes to an air fryer that can dehydrate. Most dehydrators will start from 12 minutes all the way to 24 hours. Some can even go at 48 hours, but not 6 hours. So for me, these are the things I'm showing you to say, go and check when you're in the store. Because when you see these things, it tells you the quality of this. These are the reasons why I will say, put the guarantee one side. Trust what the company has done. Because when you're looking at the air fryer itself, if, for example, if the company can provide you an after-sales service, like this company for me, they've got a very good after-sales service because they've got over 90 stores nationwide. You can go to Limpopo, you're going to find a Verymax store. You can go to Rustenburg, you can go to KZN, you can go to, let's come, Shelly Beach, there will be a Verymax store. Cape Town, Northern Cape, you're always going to find these Verymax stores. Pumalanga, you're always going to find these stores that sell spares for repairs. So it's always easier that even when you relocate, when you have it, after-sale service is the best. So already we've established that this brand has the best after-sale service ever because they've got their own independent stores where they sell spares, where you also can go and book in products should they have a problem. And you get actually a free quotation because with most companies, when you buy these products, these appliances, what happens is when your guarantee is expired and you take it in, they will say, sorry, you have to pay money upfront. And when they give you a quotation and that quotation is, you decide that you're rejecting it because maybe this air fryer is going for 1,500 and the quotation to repair this air fryer in 5 years' time, it says it's going to be 1,200. You're like, no way, I might as well buy a new one. They will not refund you your money. They keep your money. That's it, you're doomed. Doomed, finished, kapush, finished. So for me, these are the things that make sense. So I'm just going to take any function and start. Let's see. Let's select any function and start. So already you can see inside. You've got a nice window display. What I love for it as well, it's not noisy. Yes, my goodness, when you go into stores, ask the salespeople to switch on the air fryers. They are noisy. Like you can literally tell the difference by switching on one air fryer and switch on the other air fryer. You're like, am I going to be sitting in a house where this air fryer, where I'm either listening to something or got something playing, or we're just having a conversation, sitting on the kitchen counter, the air fryer is already making noise. It's like, it's noisy. So this is not noisy. It's the standard noise that you can get in good air fryers. So that's what I love. Window display, and look at this. When you want to add, so you can see your ingredients inside. When you want to add, easily pull it out. You can then add your spices or add more food whilst cooking. When you put it back, this is my favorite part. When you put it back, auto resume. So it's got an auto memory to resume upon you. So you can move it out. You don't have to pause. You don't have to do anything. It's auto pause when you pull the basket out. And then you add whatever additional content you want. When you put it back, it's auto resume. Okay. What I also like about this air fryer, it looks cute. It looks nice. It looks sexy. Yeah. It's got a nice silver shine, no funny design, because certain things when you buy them, they look so fancy, but after some time, being there in your home, they just got a design that's quite irritating in the eye. It's like buying a vase or a vase for your flowers. You buy a weird, lots of colors, and it's exciting for the eye for the first month. After that, you're like, I don't like it, it's too much. I just want a simple plain color or a two-color base, and this is what I like about this as well. It looks nice, it looks cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around on the camera, bring the camera closer to show you the looks of our air fryer, to show you inside. Okay, so if you look inside, you can see through your window, beautiful beautiful icons that you don't have to squint your eyes to see what it's written there. While cooking, if you press the button temp, it will give you the temperature. If you press the button again, so the temp combines time and temperature as well. Then that's your start and stop here, as well as you can at any moment decrease or increase your timing. You can also decrease or increase your temperature as well. Yeah, so those are your icons, and so we'll stop it. Now, what I also like about it for my American followers, when you buy this and you're in South Africa is, for example, if I press, let's take it to temperature. If I press the temperature from degrees, it goes to Fahrenheit. This is a temperature reading in especially used in USA. That's Fahrenheit. So for that, customers like I love Americans, you can actually convert your temperature readings to Fahrenheit, which is now 400 Fahrenheit. Or you press and hold your temperature, you can also convert it into degrees. So if you switch it on and you find that it's on 400, it's not 400 degrees, it's 400 Fahrenheit, which is an American reading. Or when you find it on 200, it's 200 degrees. So for me, that's versatility at its best. Look at the icon, guys. Look at the icon. Very beautiful, very easy to read, very big. Yes, I promise you, try. Even if you have an air fryer, just go and look into this. Look at the window display inside. I stop it and you press it off. You just give it a few seconds for the fan to stop running. But look at how beautiful it looks inside. So that's our air fryer. Let's see, did we miss anything? If you like for me to do anything, so that's your air fryer. If you like for me to show you any other things on this air fryer, please comment and I will do more videos of cooking, videos of maybe answering your questions. But this is your Genesis MaxiFry air fryer, one of the latest air fryer, best in the market. There isn't something like this at the moment, and yeah, it cooks great. So thank you for tuning in. Please watch or tune in more onto our videos, and we shall see you next time. Bye bye.